Why do some Christians expect to be suddenly pulled off the earth by God into heaven? It comes from Jesus' prediction of a future judgment in Luke 17. On that night there will be two in one bed, one will be taken and the other will be left. There will be two women grinding at the same place, one will be taken and the other will be left. The language certainly sounds like some people will be whisked away during this judgment. So key church influencers in the 18 and 1900s taught that a global rapture of believers would happen at the end of the world. But before we adopt this recent expectation of the end times, we should investigate what being taken or left behind means, because Old Testament prophets used these words with a very different meaning.
When Luke 17:26 compares the coming destruction to Noah's flood, we get our first clue to the meaning of being left behind. Genesis 7:23 says the flood destroyed every living thing on the face of the ground. Only Noah was left. Being left out of that judgment meant Noah escaped death as God promised, while everyone else drowned. The same meaning for being left after God's judgment continues throughout the Old Testament. The prophet Isaiah predicted a foreign army would invade Israel, and men will fall by the sword, your warriors will die in battle. But there will be survivors, those who are left in Zion, and remain in Jerusalem. The prophet Zechariah said the same thing. In the whole land, declares the Lord, 2/3 shall be cut off and perish, and 1/3 shall be left alive. When the Babylonians were preparing to invade Jerusalem, Jeremiah said, husband and wife shall be taken. Being taken meant, they will fall among the dead. In every judgment scenario, God is punishing those who are taken and rescuing the people left behind. That's how we should interpret Jesus' words in Luke 17. Jesus' words depict the invasion of Israel by a foreign army that will slaughter those who rejected the Messiah. Parallels between Luke 17 and Matthew 24 show that Jesus was predicting Rome's future invasion of Israel and the temple's destruction in 70 AD. So Luke 17 is not talking about Jesus coming down from the clouds to snatch people off of earth. There is no need to fear or prepare for a global rapture at the end of the world. Being taken is simply what happened when Jesus judged the unfaithful Jews who rejected him. The faithful were left behind to represent Jesus' values in a loving community of his followers. Aren't you glad the Old Testament explains the meaning of the New?